So I'm not going to lie here, my initial reaction when I hit tier 8.3 in Blitz today and I seen these teams on the back of the recent talk of Blitz improvements was, sweet baby Jesus, what have you done, FoxNext? This doesn't look good. It really doesn't. It looks like tier 8.3 is broken. Reddit is an uproar about it. Now, before I actually give my thoughts on it, I'm actually going to run through some tier 8 Blitz matches against some of these teams and see how I actually got on, because way back when Red Stars was first introduced, the developers said that they believed that players could actually punch up to 50% with teams depending on the actual composition of the team. So I'm going to take in some meta teams, go up against some of these monster teams and see how we get on. If we absolutely get smashed, then I think it really is evidence that the outrage that's going on Reddit at the moment is justified. But let's jump in and we'll see how we get on here. For this first match, we're going to go up against what is arguably the easiest team out of the three. I'm avoiding Captain Marvel. I don't fancy taking on a 100,000 power Captain Marvel at all. So we've got defenders anyway, and they do have the advantage over three of the characters here due to the extra damage we're doing to villains. So let's actually see how we get on. Now, special at the start, that way Mordor will do damage to himself, but I doubt he will kill himself. But let's see what happens anyway. Can we take him out from the counter attacks? Yeah, we took him out, that's nice. Now from here, want to get rid of the heal block and get the assist on Punisher. Need to take down Crossbones as soon as we can. Okay, done decent in this match. Now let's take out Crossbones hopefully. There we go, awesome stuff. We'll go for the basic here on Thanos. And then we'll get a heal just to top ourselves up. So, looks like I'm going to be able to do this one. This was a really weak team. But there we go. Alright, and then we'll go for this on Thanos, because we get the two attacks. And then just Luke Cage left. Right, okay. So we've absolutely smashed this one. So that's nice. That's good. As the video goes on, I'm going to try some of the meta teams because they are going to show a lot. So, but I suppose when you're running through Blitz, you're going to choose the easiest team. When I think about it, you wouldn't actually choose a difficult team. So what I'll do, in fact, is I'll choose the best team I can actually go for when I run through my different teams I would normally run on 8.3 in Blitz. But that was easy. That was, how many points was it? That's 90,000 points, it says there. So let's try another match on a different team. So we've got Brotherhood this time. Difference is 130,000 or just over that. So it looks like it is scaled so that the teams you go up against are 50% higher. So they're trying to make this really challenging. Looking at the teams that are available here, I'm actually going to take on, I want to avoid the dead pools because all the healing that will be happening on them with huge health pool as well. So I'm going to try and take down the Guardians team here. So here we go. Okay. Go for the blind at the start here. Star-Lord completely resisted that from Magneto. The only time you genuinely see that is when there's a Jessica Jones. Never seen Star-Lord do that before. Didn't realise his resistance was that high. Now, just the basic from here. We'll see what's going to happen. And then we're stuck on Drax. I'm going to go for the ultimate here. Get some bleeds. The goal is to hopefully take down Rocket as soon as we can. Let's just go for the taunt. Wonder if Star-Lord, how will that work for energy actually, because he's away over there. Interesting. Rocket's almost down, but not quite. If it does look like we're going to get defeated, what I'm going to do is actually just quit out so we can stay on 8.3. Now I would like to use the immunity on Drax, but I'd much rather take out Rocket. So if we use the basic, we get the splash damage and Rocket's down. Let's go for this here. Just to, he was blinded, didn't notice that. There we go. Okay. Looks like we could be on to a winner here. Let's go for Star-Lord now. We'll apply this on Drax just to take him out of the equation. So we were able to get past his resistance there. I wonder if these three remaining characters are going to get taken down by Drax and Star-Lord, not the most potent of combinations. It's going to be close anyway. There we go, taunt just in time on Juggernaut, that will help out a ton. Okay, just Drax left, so I reckon we should be alright, so that's another 50% punch up there. Brotherhood are an exceptionally strong offensive team. Let's keep running through different teams here, see how we get on. So the next team we're going to try here is Sinister Six against a team that's got quite a few city heroes in it, so they have a big advantage over them. Now, let's just round our team up to 160,000. They're going up against 265,000, so a difference of 105,000, which is what, around about 75% or something like that. So that's a huge amount. But here we go, let's go in. I don't have the best tier 4 upgrades on in Sinister 6, so that may actually hold them back a little bit. But at the start here, we want to fire this off. Let's see. We'll go for the primary target. Not sure if it's the primary target or adjacent ones that get the defense down. That's adjacent ones. I should have actually cast it on Daredevil then. From here, let's go for this. We need to land ability block on Luke Cage. Nope, we didn't get it. That's going to mess us up big time. That's really my own fault though, although look at that Punisher. Wow, that was a lot of damage he done there. Yeah. I know I don't have the tier 4s on the Sinister 6 team, but this is a team that was specifically created for countering city hero characters. Maybe we're still going to do it though. Maybe not actually. Yeah, I'm going to cancel out now just before we actually get defeated. There's no way that Goblin's going to beat them on his own. So there we go. So in tier 8.3 you've got a recently released team, Sinister 6, set up to counter city hero enemies, and it looks like they can't actually beat them. And you've not actually had the tier 4s making a difference, because with Luke Cage, the defense up hasn't really factored into this match in any way, so even if I had tier 4s on them, wouldn't have changed anything. So that's interesting and also a bit disappointing, but we won the first two, so let's keep trying different matches here. So we have Shield here next, another team that genuinely is a surefire win in tier 8.3. Really strong team still. So this is the one we're going to go up against. So let's say we're 200,000 against 134,000. So this is actually under 50%. So let's try this. So I want to focus on Crossbones. I don't fancy letting him get his ultimate off. Be in a whole lot of trouble if that happens. Let's just go for the double attack here, just from a damage perspective, as much as I would like to slow some characters. Crossbones will taunt up soon, and then I can focus on him. I need a heal on Nick Fury. There's Crossbones taunting. Can we take him out in time? Resist there. Okay, he's down, so that makes it easier. Let's just go for some more heals here. Hulk hitting pretty hard there. Thanos is going to get his energy bomb at some point, and I think that's going to give me a lot of trouble. You can see level 75, and I think he's geared tier 14 as well. And he's got 5 red stars. That's the Thanos I would avoid in Alliance War if I've ever seen him. There we go. Yeah. He's back up, health-wise. Let's go for a slow on Wolverine. He's going to get his ultimate soon. I'm going to try and take out Wolverine. So this is definitely a combination of slightly strange characters. Some of them are strong, but there's no real synergies here, whereas I'm using a team with a lot of synergies. So let's just slow here. taunting up again on Thanos. That's a bit of a nightmare. That Wolverine's going to do a whole lot of damage once he casts his ultimate. Let's just apply this here and we'll be back to Thanos again. Really pretty tight, this one. I don't want to slow Thanos at all. Not with that 2-turn taunt. We'll focus on him, see if we can take him out. Going to be close, this one. This, of course, is a team with no synergies we're going up against. Again, as I mentioned in the video, I could pick synergy teams, but I don't think it's necessarily being fair, because I'll pick the teams that are available and I'll pick the easiest ones, because that's what you do in Tier 8 Blitz. You don't go out your way to pick harder teams. So in the interest of fairness, this is why we're choosing these easier teams. You could call them easier. I say it in air quotes. There we go, that's done. But it took a fair bit of time for a team that normally you'd be able to auto it on, so there is the time perspective, and that's something I'm going to talk about at the end of the video. But that's another win, so that's good. So I have a few more teams that are sure to win teams here, and this one I normally always win. We'll see if we can manage the punch up. It's, let's just say, 230,000 against 325. So yeah, not a big one, over 50%. So here we go. So with the resist and so on, I'm not sure I'll be able to do this one at all. The Punisher as well is going to hit really hard if I can't take him out before he gets his ultimate. He's really pretty low. Now what I do from here is I cast this, because I should probably cast it on Punisher. I don't like to have Iron Fist getting the defense up. I need to cast it on Punisher. Let's see what happens. Counter attack, he comes out. The Disrupt didn't go on to Iron Fist, which I really need. Was counting on that. Let's just go for this. I need to take out Iron Fist as soon as possible. I don't know if this is the best way to take them down, but I know for sure this is the actual kind of rotation I use whenever I go up against the defenders, so I'm trying to use the same one here. Go for the cleanse here, and we'll try and take out Daredevil when we can. Let's slow down Luke Cage. So he resisted the slow, but he can't resist the speed bar reduction, thankfully. Let's just go for the basic here. If I use the ultimate, the chain will break, and if I use the special, it's wasted because Daredevil's health is so low. Let's just go for this, because we'll get some damage on Jessica. I think we're in the home straight now anyway, so that's good. Managed to do this one. That was about a 60% punch up maybe, I think, off the top of my head, against the meta team. So let's keep going here. I think we've got about 2 more teams to try out, and then, as mentioned, I'll give my thoughts at the end of it. The next setup we're going for then is Wakandans. I've got a really high win rate with them, so you've got Guardians, you've got Defenders. I think probably the weakest team is going to be this one here, so let's try this. This will give us 65,000 points. So who do I focus on at the start here? Probably Storm, actually, because she's doing all the assists and the potential for speed up and so on. So we didn't get the defense up, or defense down even there, unfortunately. Which means I'm not really going to take her out. Let's go for this here, go for the ultimate, just to get extra damage on Storm. This team, of course, is missing Jean. If Jean was in this team, there is no chance in hell that I'd be going up against him. Yeah, I'm not going to try a 300,000 or 400,000 X-Men team. No, don't fancy that. So let's see. Going to just pull Cable down because in a moment Black Panther will get his ultimate and it should lead to a nice chain of kills. There we go. Should get 2 kills. Yeah, that's awesome. We'll slow down Wolverine. And then we're back to Colossus. I've actually been having really good success with the Wakandans recently. I know they're not the premier raid team, there's air quotes once again, but I do actually quite enjoy them. Got a 6-star Okoye, or 6 red star Okoye, and that definitely helps out a lot. That's us, another win, so we've got one more team to do here. The final team, I'm going to hit auto. The final team will be X-Men that we're going to try, so we'll see who we can get them to go up against. But let's just finish up here, takes a second or two. And there we go. So let's see how many points we actually get. That was 64,000 points. Okay, let's keep going for the, or I say let's keep going, let's do this final match. The final match we've got Defenders again here, so our team is 220,000 roundabout and we're going up against 345,000, let's just call it. So final match, here we go, and then as mentioned I'll kind of give my thoughts on this. Reckon we should be able to do this one then. The X-Men are exceptionally strong. I've kind of made a little bit of a mess with them though, in the respect that I've leveled Jean too much and then it's actually sometimes hard for the other team to take Jean out and you want her to get taken out as soon as possible. So it's a bit of a mistake I've made there. Let's try to take out Punisher here. It's either really Punisher or Iron Fist you want to take out at the start. And what I do is I don't actually kind of change my rotation. I don't taunt up on Colossus until the Dark Phoenix is in the game, and then I taunt up on Colossus because I want Jean to get taken out ASAP. So Iron Fist next, we've got the cleanse there. Okay, that's good. You now pissed off Jean, so you're going to regret that. With Jean as well and Dark Phoenix, previously she wasn't actually affected by Stark Tech. Now she is, so now she's even more of a beast than she was before. Let's go for a cleanse here. And then at this point, I'll then taunt up. You still got the fact that Jean is next to Colossus, so she'll take some splash damage, but she should certainly be able to take it. Hopefully we can get a stun, some slows. And then let's just slow it down for this, just because it looks awesome and to see how much damage we do. Luke Cage has got about 10 taunts, or 10 buffs on him, all gone. There we go, 70,000 for one of those. And then that's us, so that's another 1-1 there. So I'm actually going to quickly summarise all the matches we've been over there. So let's bring that up. So that was 7 matches we ran here and we managed to win 6 of them. So Defenders versus Random, 150k punch up there was a win. Brotherhood versus Guardians, 130k was a win. Sinister 6 versus a team that was largely City Heroes, there was 106k difference there and it was quite a high percent. I think it was about 75% punch up. That was a loss. You had Shield versus Randoms, which was a win. Brawler versus Defenders was a win. Wakandans versus Randoms, another win. And then X-Men versus Defenders was a win as well. Now, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, if you were trying to punch up this much against, let's say, an X-Men team or a Shield team, I don't see it actually happening, but in the interest of fairness, again, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, when you're going through your Blitz rotation and you're picking teams, you're going to avoid the meta teams if you can. You're going to pick the easiest teams, so that's why I actually done it in this particular video. Now, the initial question we had at the start of the video is Blitz 8.3 broken? Doesn't actually look like it is, which actually really surprised me. Maybe I'm awesome at playing the game and it's my skill that managed to get me through, but to be honest, I really doubt that at the moment. So it doesn't look to be broken, but when we talk about improvements to Blitz, the one improvement we need to Blitz is in regards to how long it actually takes to do it, because it's that alongside war is the major cause of burnout. Recently I've almost had to replace close enough to every player in my alliance apart from myself. I think there's only 1 or 2 people that have been here since launch. The amount of burnout that's happening, and it is due to Blitz and it is down to war. Now this change means that you can no longer auto matches in Blitz anymore, which some people would do when they're trying to get the top 1500, but you're really going to have to take your time, because when it's a 150k punch up, you can't just put it in auto and let the AI select any opponents and hope to win the match. It's not going to happen that way. So again, the question, is it broken? No. Is it an improvement? No, it's not. We need things to actually improve Blitz. What we need, for example, is maybe changing the timer. And this is, in my mind, I know it's quite a contentious subject, but for me I would like to see the timer go up to about 3 or 4 hours for refreshes, and I would like to see the top 1500 change to top 1%, so you don't have to hit as high a score. But let me know in the comments below what you think of these recent changes, and as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.